Hello, my friend, and welcome back. Today, always with the hair on my lip, today I would like to talk about not getting too wrapped up in what is happening in the outer world. And what prompted this video is there are really important elections. I live in New Jersey, and the governor election was last night. And the point I want to make about this is let us not forget that we create our own reality. And when we say that, and when that is said, it doesn't exactly mean the entire earth or your entire community or the entire world. It can, but what it really means is your bubble, is your micro life. And that is what we really need to be aware of when there are bigger issues happening out in the world. Is we have to remember that we are part of a collective. There's collective healing, there's collective clearing, there's collective awakening going on. All of that is going on simultaneously with your own world. And we need to use this to our advantage when there are really important things going on. Because the other day I was getting a little wrapped up in what was going to happen with whoever got into office for governor. It was like, well, this governor's probably going to do this, and that governor's probably going to do this, and how is it going to affect me, and this and that, and back and forth, and I knew who I was going to vote for, but it was just a matter of thinking about the outcome of the election. And it's interesting because first thing this morning, I wake up and what do I want to do? Because I go to bed early, I want to see who won the election. And that race is actually so close that we don't know who won yet. So it'll be interesting to see, but that's all it is. It's just going to be interesting to see, because regardless of who gets into office, I know that I create my own reality and that I will continue to move forward and I will continue to be able to thrive regardless of whichever governor gets into office. It might affect me a little bit, but it is not going to affect my entire reality because I'm not going to let it, because I know that I create my reality and I know that I will create a reality in which I thrive regardless of who is governor of this state. And that is the message that I really want to share and I want to reinforce to everyone, because some things kind of feel like, decisions are being made and things are coming into place that are very much affecting your life. And if something is being put into place that really much affected your life, remember that everything happens for a reason, and sometimes things are just a push or a squeeze to get you to where you need to be. For example, if you lose your job over a stand that you would like to take right now, you may say, well, that is an outside thing affecting my reality. Why was I not able to create the reality where I was able to still keep my job, but also take the stand that I would like to take right now? Well, there might be a few things, like number one, the numbers need to be there for the stand that needs to be taken. Number two, maybe it was a fresh start. Were you in a career that you loved? Were you in a career that lit your fire every day, that made you happy that you were able to do it, that made you grateful to say, I am so grateful to be able to do this, and I do it because I can and because I want to? Or were you in that career because it was a fear-based mentality, because you need to pay your bills? This is what you need to do. This is what is expected of you. You have responsibilities now. And I'm not saying negate all those responsibilities and just throw them to the wind, but I'm just saying you need to spin the narrative to where it works for you. and the reality that you're creating. If you lost your job recently over a stand that you wanted to take, understand that you were meant to take that stand and that was meant to happen. If it wasn't meant to happen, it wouldn't have happened. So start to spin the narrative in a way that it is most beneficial for you and the reality that you want to create. That's a fresh start for you. You get to choose now. You may think you didn't have a choice, but ultimately you did make your choice. And now you have to stand by that choice. And I'm not saying that in a way that, you made your bed and now you have to sleep in it kind of way. I'm saying that you chose to take a stand and I applaud you. A lot of people applaud you. And if that is a stand that you needed to take, then that is the consequence that you needed to have happen. Look at it as a fresh start. Don't look at it as you didn't have a choice and now you're out of a job. Look at all of the possibilities. Focus on the opportunities that will be coming your way and the possibilities and the fact that you could find a job that lit your fire. Maybe you're going to get some much needed time off. Maybe you didn't have time off like a lot of people did at the beginning of the pandemic. Maybe now is your time off for a little bit. You get to rest and digest and really just be. And then you can turn around and you can find maybe a career that lights your fire a little bit more, that is aligned with your views a little bit more. Maybe it's going to pay you more money. Maybe you're going to be more appreciated than before. You never know what's going to happen, and you never know what opportunity or what kind of miracle or what kind of possibility is just right around the corner. So never lose sight of that, and never lose sight of creating your own reality, regardless of what happens. If more restrictions come into place that cause you to do something, understand that that is part of your reality, but then within that reality, by the attitude you have and the next steps that you take and the opportunities that you choose to open your eyes to, that is how you create your reality and the vibration that you're in. So if you don't get stuck in the 3D vibration of, I lost my job, or this governor gets into office and now this is going to happen, or that's going to happen, don't get wrapped up in that 3D reality. Say, okay, this happened. My next step is this. Well, I can do this and I can do that. I can see the opportunity presenting itself right here. Oh, and I see this opportunity presenting itself right here. Let us not lose sight of that, because it is so important to remember, because it's very easy to get wrapped up. And let us not forget the psychological warfare that we are in. Psychological warfare is maybe you feeling like you don't have a choice, you feeling like it's the worst thing that happened and nothing better is going to come along. That is the psychological warfare we're in right now. And we need to bring our awareness to that and be like, no, there's always opportunity. I am always provided for. I have everything I want and need always, because everything is right here, right now. And I am always taken care of, and there will always be opportunity for me. And if I felt in my heart that I had to do something and I did it, and it had a consequence that I wasn't ready for, you knew what kind of consequence was coming, but maybe you just didn't think it was going to come and you weren't ready for it. Well, that's okay, because life is going to put you in the position that you always need to be in, to pivot and to do, to take those next steps in what you were supposed to do. So always look for the opportunities, always look for the bright side, always keep the faith, and always keep the hope, and always keep that knowing of you create your own little bubble of reality, so you can create those opportunities. You can create exactly what you need to move forward in the way that you want to move forward. So that was our message for today. I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Sorry, I don't mean to cut it off it felt kind of abrupt, but I think our message came through. And my name is Anne, and I want to thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope to see you next time.